Okay, here we go. A little Thursday thunder here. Bradley Shermano coming to you from the beach of San Diego. So if you're looking at the video version of this, you'll see that there's a kite, and a kite with a really long tail. And that's my brother-in-law out there doing his thing. And apparently, I did this, and it's super difficult, and he makes it look easy. So that's a bit my message for today. What can you do that's easy for you, that's difficult for others? What talent do you have, or experience do you have, or even something that you're even pretty good at, or you don't even have to be pretty good. You just have to, this is going to sound a little weird, but what are you a little bit better at than other people? I remember after my MBA, it's kind of a joke, but it's kind of true, and that consultants, like a business consultant, all they really need to know is a little bit more than the client, or to be one step ahead of the client, or it's almost like, I mean, here's a really simple example. You're watching a Netflix series, and if you've watched one episode more than your sister, then you can tell that person something about the next episode. And all you've done is one episode more than they have. So here in this example, he's really good at this kite, and I'm not. It's difficult. In fact, I cannot, no way can I do what he's doing. And so there's a couple elements here that are interesting. So for example, do I care about kite flying? Am I interested in kite flying? And honestly, not really. It's fun to watch. I'm enjoying watching it. It's kind of like soothing and even meditative. And it's fun to watch the tail. If you see the tail, it's weird. Like it follows all the moves. It's really cool. You sort of think like a snake. It's fun, right? And it's sort of mesmerizing. In fact, I let it go for a couple seconds there at the beginning, but it's cool. So this is a fun thing. This is a hobby. This is actually another element of something that he enjoys. This is his downtime. This is his me time. This is fun for him. This is meditative for him. This is energy rejuvenating for him. And that's important. And how do we re-energize ourselves? Do we have hobbies? Do we have fun things that we enjoy doing? And do we do them? And this is going to sound a little crazy, but if you know me at all, or know my work, or listen to my podcast, or watch my YouTube channel, you know I create. I create on a daily basis. What I'm doing right now, I do this weekly, do a less than 10-minute video every week. And for some people, they might think that sounds like a lot of work. I'm creating stuff. I'm constantly creating stuff. And they think, ooh, creating that takes a lot of energy, a lot of work. And, I'm always doing things like one-word book and book in a weekend and boost your brand with a book. All these things where I am helping you create. Why do I do this? Why do I help people? Because creating is easy for me, and I like doing it. Another thing that's easy and I like doing is tech. I recently started a new Tuesday weekly event, a Tiny Tech Tuesday, where I offer up a tiny little bit of technology under 10 minutes. And because tech is easy for me, and I understand tech, and I kind of like tech, but I also like tech because it gives me freedom. It gives me freedom of time. It frees up my mind because I can get something done quickly, and I don't have to worry about it because I know the tech is going to take care of how it works, right? So that's Tiny Tech Tuesday. So again, something that's easy for me, difficult for others, and then bonus points if you enjoy it. So then there's another part here that's, if we think about your audience. So here, like I said, kite flying, my brother-in-law, he's not really going to get me into, hours of training on kite flying because I don't really care. I think it looks cool. I'll go try it in a minute and see if I can not crash the thing, but I'm not terribly interested in it. So this is one element where, for example, I'm so passionate about creating, and I always talk about the benefits of creating and how how good it is for you, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm always going on about it. And I shouldn't say that in such a way, considering like that's my entire business model. Because it is. It's all about creating. I want to help you create. And here's all the positive side effects and benefits of why creating is so important. And I believe those. I truly do. And that's why I do them. Because creating for me, really, I think it helps. It's very therapeutic, really. Creating for me is like therapy. It helps me work through things. It helps me get them into my system. And I think that it's easy, sort of an easy way to work through our ideas. And in fact, our problems and our challenges as well. So that's something that's easy for me creating. It's like creating a video, writing a book, even thinking up book ideas, or even writing out outlines for book ideas, and then actually writing a chapter. And frankly, if you know me again, I know I write a lot about perfectionism and procrastination and how those things can really slow us down. And a lot of it is because we try to find perfection in things, and that will slow us down, and that will potentially even stop us from trying. So here, back to the kite. If I went down there and I wanted to do it as awesome as he does, then there's no way, right? At least not for, I don't know, weeks or months, if not years. I mean, he's been doing this for years. His dad is a big kite flyer. So if you're shooting for perfection in something like this, then I can almost, this is going to sound crazy, but then if that's your goal, if perfection is your goal, then I almost would advise to not even start, because you're going to be disappointed. Whereas if the process is your goal, if the system is your goal, if the practice is your goal, then go for it. Because what if I went down there and I said, my goal is to have some fun, and I want to give it a try? Great, awesome. Then that's totally fine, and that will absolutely work. Because what is my goal? My goal is to do it for 10 minutes and not break it. That would be my goal. So for you, what I offer you today is to try something, is to practice. Make the practice the perfection. Make the practice the goal. The one time, or the one chapter, or the one anything, whatever you're doing, or break it down into bite-sized pieces, or even tiny tech, right? Learn one little thing that you want to accomplish, not a massive thing. So it's not to run the marathon. It's not to train for the marathon for 6 months and do the marathon, at the end of the 6 months. No, it's run around the block. It's give something a shot. It's put on your shoes. Okay, he's been doing kite flying for 8 minutes. He's been out there for half an hour. And this is clearly something he likes and enjoys and gets a kick out of. And it's remember, it's easy for him. It's fun for him. He could give kite lessons if he wanted to. I don't think he cares about helping other people flying kites. Although, on the other hand, I bet if people asked him, he'd love to teach. So I'm a born and bred teacher, and I love teaching. So that's why, for me, that's why I like helping people. I like helping people break through and get unstuck and over their perfectionism and procrastination, and moving forward and making progress and growing and growth. So, okay, that's it for this week. I'm Bradley Charbonneau. I'm here every single week on Thursdays. If you'd like to check out my new Tiny Tech Tuesday program, it's every Tuesday. I think you can find it at TTT.repossible.com. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, you can find TT.repossible.com for Thursday Thunder to listen to this podcast every week and the weekly video. All right, I'm signing off from San Diego Beach in California. And I hope you've enjoyed this kite flying adventure. And go do what you're better at than someone else, even if it's slow. For now.